The Chesapeake Police Department mourning the loss of one of their own.
Officer Timothy Schock died after investigators say he was in dive training and something went wrong just before noon yesterday at Oak Grove Lake Park near Volvo Parkway and Battlefield Boulevard. Paramedics tried CPR at the scene, but it was too late. Now, Officer Schock was no stranger to the water. He'd been a member of the dive team for 8 years. 10 Your Side's Liz Palka joins us now live from outside the police department, where the department is showing its grief with what they've got right there behind you. Liz, good morning.
Good morning, Carrie and Cheryl. Yes, this is how they're showing their grief. It's just a small representation of how people here at the Chesapeake Police Department are feeling, and of course, how Officer Schock's family and friends are feeling. This cruiser is draped in black cloth, and on the other side of the cruiser, they actually have flowers as a memorial to Officer Schock. Yesterday morning started out as a training exercise for the police department's underwater search and rescue team, but then took a tragic turn. Chopper 10 was over the scene at Oak Grove Park. Police tell us Schock had some kind of trouble underwater, and residents nearby tell us they got a bad feeling when they saw police rushing to the park.
There were 3 actually, and they were not going at a normal speed. I mean, they acted like they were in a hurry, that something had happened.
Yeah.
And then when I came back and noticed it was blocked off, I figured something is wrong.
Police tell us the underwater rescue team and fire department tried to revive Schock, but he was pronounced dead at the Chesapeake Regional Medical Center. This is a memorial right next to this cruiser that is here in memory of Schock right now. It has all the police officers' names from the Chesapeake Police Department that have been killed in the line of duty before him, and we understand that his crew that was with him at the scene did try to revive him. However, he was again pronounced dead at the hospital, and he leaves behind a fiancé and a teenage son. Carrie, back to you.
All right, we've been giving folks, thank you very much, Liz. We've been giving folks the opportunity to comment on the death of Officer Schock at our Facebook page, and they're leaving messages too, saying, you know, how sad it is, what a loss for the community. Amber says, I've cycled with Tim, one of the nicest guys I've ever met out there. What a tragedy. Rest in peace. It was way too soon for you. And Diane also commented earlier today about how Officer Schock's death was during training, and she said it's another officer during training, possibly mentioning the death of, referring to the death of Officer John Kahn, who died during training in Norfolk a few months ago. Julie says, so sad for his family at this time of year. Even if it wasn't this time of year, it's horrible, but to lose someone now, I can't imagine. Thinking of the family of the lost officer, I say prayers to get you through this time of grief and hope you will be okay. Asking God to help you. If there's anything that I as a military wife can do, please let me know. And the statement continues. We should mention too that Officer Schock was a veteran of the Marine Corps, something you can learn about him at the Officer Down Memorial page. We've put a link to that page at wavy.com. I also just want to caution folks too, there are a couple of folks posting on our Facebook page that they know what happened, what went wrong during the training, and we just want to reiterate that the Chesapeake Police Department is still investigating Officer Schock's death. They have not released an exact cause of his death, so while you may see some theories out there, when we get those facts from the police department, from the medical examiner, we'll be sure to pass them along, and we thank everybody for their condolences.